Assalamu alaikum everyone, it's Mubarak Ali Khan. I hope all of you are enjoying good health. Respected members, today I am going to talk about something which we had been learning since our childhood, or maybe I have some newcomers over here who are trying to learn it right here, but they are not clear about that. That is basically a knowledge from basic to advanced, or you can call a complete version of that specific entity of grammar, and that is basically tenses. You see, tenses are like weak areas of mostly the people who are living in Asia here, because we are not native speakers, so we have to learn through rules. Maybe it's a prescriptive one or a descriptive one, but we go through the rules. And this particular session, I would like to enlighten all of you with tenses. Basically, that what are tenses, how to use them, what are the rules, why do we need to learn tenses, what are the key flaws which we do being Pakistanis or Indians or Asians in a complete version. I will discuss from very basic level, and in the end you will come to know about the complete knowledge of tenses. This is only one video on tenses, so if you feel there is any question, anything to ask, you may comment, or once you are live with me somewhere on Zoom, or if you are with me on my personal account or somewhere, so we can discuss the things in detail. So I'm not wasting further time. Let's go into the concept, and that is basically tenses. So here you go. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Well, टेंसेस थोड़ा सा उर्दू में बात साथ करूंगा ताकि ज़्यादा लोग समझ सकें इस बात को. टेंसेस बेसिकली, सबसे पहले तो हमें ये पूछना है कि इसका मतलब क्या है. व्हाट इज टेंस और व्हाट आर टेंसेस. टेंसेस का मतलब होता है ज़माना. अब ज़माना हम बचपन से अपने टीचर से उर्दू में इंग्लिश पढ़ते आए हैं, तो उसको थोड़ा सा और सिंपलाइज या सिंप्लीफाइड करूं तो वो होगा कि हम टेंसेस मींस टाइम, वक्त, टाइम. And normally asked question is that how many tenses we have in English. So someone said, a few say 12 and then 9, or maybe whatsoever the version you guys give. Basically take it so simple that there are three tenses. Why? Because there are three times: present time, past time, and future time. The content which I'm going to share with you, that includes, let's take a look into the outline here. First of all, introduction. We'll talk about the classification based on time frame, and we'll also talk about the classification based on aspect. We'll talk about the block diagram of tenses. That's the most important slide which I need to show you. Then I'll talk about list of rules which we have, then present tense individually, past tense individually, and future tense individually. And in the end, we will talk about some examples. There are a few things on the slides, and there are a few things which I have to tell you. So kindly bear me for almost 20 to 25 minutes so that you could completely understand what our tense is basically. So Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. बिल्कुल स्टार्ट से बात करूं मैं अगर आपके साथ, तो टेंसेस बेसिकली डिराइव्ड फ्रॉम लैटिन वर्ड. देखिए, आपकी जैसे उर्दू है, एक लश्करी ज़बान कहा जाता है उसको, कि आपकी संस्कृत है उसमें, और उसमें फ़ारसी है, और उसमें हिंदी है, और मुख्तलिफ ज़बानों को मिला के हमने उर्दू बनाया. डोंट माइंड इफ आई कुडंट मेक इट वेल, बट व्हेन इट कम्स टू इंग्लिश, तो आपकी फ्रेंच है, लैटिन है, आपकी आपकी ग्रीक है, और इस तरह की जो आपकी ज़ुबानें हैं, ये ज़ुबानें इन्होंने मिलाकर क्या किया कि हमारी इंग्लिश बनाई. और ज़्यादातर जो रूल्स लिए गए हैं, मोस्टली जो ग्रामर फॉलो होती है, वो फॉलो होती है लैटिन की. तो टेंसेस, ये वर्ड ही वहाँ से लिया गया लैटिन से, विच मीन टेम्पस, विच मीन्स individually, actually which means time. A verb indicate the time of an action, event, or condition by changing its form. The verb is basically an action which tells. So verb plays a key role into that. Normally, if someone asks that what is the structure of a sentence, so you can say that there is a subject who's the doer of the action, the verb basically which is the action, and the object which is the receiver of the action. There can be a helping verb, and the place of helping verb is before verb, which helps the verb for a smooth gear shift like a car, for a smooth kind of a landing. Or it is also known as tense marker. The new name of helping verb is tense marker. It marks the tense. For example, if I say is mr, that tells about present. If I say was were, that tells about the past. I'm talking about the progressive tense or continuous tense, which we say. And then when it comes to your future, then it has will, Shall is somewhere outdated, but still, if you want to put shall as well. In the last slide, I have used shall as well, but I'll let you know that why I have put that. So that is tense basically. So let's go on into it a little further. That on based upon the time frame, so we have 3 times: present, past, and future. So these are basically 3 tenses, but there are some aspects of that, you see, which I need to talk about. There are some aspects. Based upon the aspect, they have the variety as well. But what is present tense? Present tense expresses an unchanging, repeated, or reoccurring action or situation that exists only now. It can also represent a widespread truth as well. And the truth is basically universal. That can be present, past, and future as well. For example, I go to office. That doesn't mean that I go to office for once. It means I keep going to the office. Okay. Past tense expresses an action or situation that was started and finished in the past. I went to the office. That's it. I have gone. And you have observed that in present simple tense and in past simple tense, there is no helping verb. I didn't say I is going to, or maybe I am. I didn't say that I is go to. Like, that's so odd. So if someone asks you that which helping verb do we put in present or past simple tense, so there is no helping verb, because the first form indicates the present tense and the second form indicates the past tense, and there is no tense other than past tense which uses second form of verb. And or if we put somewhere did, then even the past tense takes first form of verb. So there is no other tense which takes second form of verb other than past tense. And in the future tense, we have to put tense marker because the present tense takes first form of verb and the future tense takes first form of verb as well. I'm talking about form of verb. I'm not talking about types of verb. Primarily, there are 2 types of verb: regular form of verb and irregular form of verbs, right? Regular types of verbs and irregular types of verb. For example, I say go, went, gone. It is irregular one. Why? Because it is not following a specific pattern. And a regular one follows a specific pattern. For example, paint, painted, painted. Reach, reached, reached. Like this. If I go on a little, then I will talk about based on the aspect. You see, verb tenses may also be categorized according to aspect. Aspect refers to the nature of the action described by the verb. मतलब कि किस नोयत की बात की जा रही, ठीक है? There are 4 aspects: indefinite or simple, continuous or progressive. These are 2 same name. Perfect or complete, and perfect continuous or perfect progressive. So these are 4 aspects. लाजमी नहीं है कि एक बात जो पास्ट में की गई थी वो वहीं पर खत्म हो गई. हो सकता है वो की गई हो, पास्ट में अभी तक चल रही हो, तो उसके लिए हमें कॉन्टिन्यूस टेंसेस चाहिए होते हैं. या हो सकता है कि वो स्टार्ट भी हुई हो और खत्म भी हो गई हो, तो उसके लिए सिंपल भी है और उसके लिए परफेक्ट टेंसेस भी हैं. तो दीज आर द एस्पेक्ट्स. इसलिए टेंसेस को आमतौर पे कंफ्यूज किया जाता है और कहा जाता है कि 12 टेंसेस है. So basically there are 3 tenses and there are 4 aspects of tenses. I hope it's clear here. If you have any question, anything, you just simply comment into the comment box down here and you will be answered, inshallah. Or you can reach me at my personal email, that is mubarakali541@gmail.com. Moving on, indefinite tenses. Well, indefinite tense, the 3 indefinite tenses or simple tenses describe an action but do not state whether the action is finished. For example, I go to school. We don't know that whether the action is finished or not. I went to school. We don't know. I will go to school. So these are indefinite tenses. Anyhow, moving on. The 3 continuous tenses or progressive tenses are basically incomplete tenses or progressive tenses. Describe an unfinished action. I am going to school. I was going to school. I will be going to school. So it is an unfinished business. So continuous tense basically is used for the continuity. And definitely I am speaking. So it is going on. It is not finished yet. Likewise, perfect tense, the 3 complete tenses or perfect tenses describe a finished action. Like complete action, pinpoint ye baat karte hain. For example, he has gone to school. Complete. He had gone to school. Complete. He will have gone to school. You understand this? Basically, perfect tense talks about a complete tense and it actually tells about an action which is being finished. Now, perfect continuous tense, and this is the mostly problematic area for Pakistani students, and they sometimes mix it and they are confused between the use of since and for as well. I'll be giving you an idea of since and for in the end. Keep going. Perfect continuous tense, to combine the complete tenses and the incomplete tenses, to describe an action which was in progress and then finished. He has been going to school. He had been going to school. I'm not putting since and for here. I'll discuss that in the end. He will have been going to school, college, university, wherever he or she wishes to go. So basically, this is the structure. Verb tenses, present, past, future, and the aspects: present indefinite, past indefinite, future indefinite. Present continuous, past continuous, future continuous. Present perfect, past perfect, future perfect. Present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous, and future perfect continuous. So these are basically tenses. If you have any queries still, you know the rules that you can reach me at my email as well as onto the comment box. Coming here now, you see that apparently this is all we have about tenses. Everything which I am going to discuss and which I have discussed, this is basically summary of all that. Let's take a look. So you see on the left hand side in the row, rather in the column, present, past, and future based upon the verb tenses. And on the right upper scale on the row, you find simple forms, progressive forms, perfect forms, and perfect progressive forms. So everything is mentioned here. Let's go deep into this and let's take a look that what is basically, what are the rules. So present tense. Present tense take first form plus s or es. Now this is confusing in present tense. There's question every time, sir, where to put s or es, or why not to put s or es or इस तरह से. So simply whenever you're putting he, she, it, ये सबको rule पता है पहले से. He, she, it के साथ आप लोग s और es put करते हैं. लेकिन जो चीज disturbing है वो क्या है? With the singular noun you have to put s as well. What are the singular nouns? For example, anything which is known as one. Ali, Pakistan, Qaid-e-Azam, couch, laptop, headphones, watch, anything. For example, Ali goes to school. Ali and Asim go to school because now they are two. Pakistan goes down into its economy, for example, or such kind of examples are there. In the end, I'll be giving you more examples as well. Then progressive form, here we put helping verb as is, am, are, and then first form plus ing. Mark you and mind you all the progressive tenses: present, past, future. Simple progressive or perfect progressive, they take first form plus ing. Just have it with you and take it from me today. फर्स्ट फॉर्म प्लस आईएनजी, इसके अलावा कोई और फॉर्म पुट की जा ही नहीं सकती कॉन्टिन्यूअस टेंस में. कॉन्टिन्यूटी फर्स्ट फॉर्म प्लस आईएनजी से शो होती है. ठीक है, फर्स्ट फॉर्म प्लस आईएनजी ऑल द प्रोग्रेसिव टेंसेस. इसके अलावा सारे परफेक्ट टेंस थर्ड फॉर्म ऑफ वर्ब पुट करते हैं. हैज के बाद थर्ड फॉर्म, हैव के बाद थर्ड फॉर्म, हैड के बाद थर्ड फॉर्म, बी के बाद थर्ड फॉर्म, विल हैव के बाद थर्ड फॉर्म, इन सब के बाद थर्ड फॉर्म आती है. जो इनिशियल पैसेज था वो प्रेजेंट और फ्यूचर फर्स्ट फॉर्म यूज करते हैं और पास्ट अकेला है जो कि सेकंड फॉर्म पुट करता है. तो ये सारी समरी है इस चीज की. ठीक है, फॉर एग्जाम्पल अगर मैं आपके सामने यही टेबल अगर पड़ा है और मैं इस पे यूज करके दिखाता हूँ आपको. फॉर एग्जाम्पल पेंट, let's take paint as a verb and let's keep putting into this. Let's keep putting that how to basically put paint. ठीक है, so let's take a look. First of all, if I talk about simple form, so he paints a wall, or Ali and Asim paint a wall. Progressive, he is painting a wall. I am painting a wall. They are painting a wall. Perfect forms, he has painted a wall. They have painted a wall. Perfect progressive, he has been painting a wall. They have been painting a wall. Past, he painted a wall. Past progressive, he was painting a wall. And still with the verb, they were painting a wall. He had painted a wall. He had been painting a wall. And then here, the concept of since and for is so important. I'll tell you in a while. Future, he will paint a wall. Future, if you go on, he will be painting a wall. Future perfect, he will have painted a wall. And future perfect progressive is he will have been painting a wall. So this is how it goes. Okay. अच्छा, अभी यहाँ पे कॉन्सेप्ट हैज आपका कंफ्यूजिंग है, तो उसमें आपको बता दूं कि सेम रूल्स अप्लाई होते हैं। ही, शी, इट और सिंगुलर नाउन के साथ एस और एस आएगा सिंपल फॉर्म में, और परफेक्ट में, परफेक्ट प्रोग्रेसिव में हैज आएगा इन सब के साथ। ही हैज गॉन, शी हैज गॉन, अली हैज गॉन, इट हैज गॉन, हैज। जब प्लूरल होगा तो हैव। पास्ट में कोई कंफ्यूजन नहीं है, ओनली वन फॉर्म ऑफ वर्ब इज देयर, हैड, तो देयर इज नो प्रॉब्लम। कुछ बच्चों को मैंने ब्लंडर करते देखा जो फ्यूचर में विल हैज पुट करते हैं जब ही होता है। विल हैज नो कॉन्सेप्ट, कोई हेल्पिंग वर्ब नहीं है ऐसा, तो विल हैव ही रहेगा, ही, शी, इट सिंगुलर फॉर्म्स के साथ भी और सारे प्लूरल फॉर्म्स के साथ भी। लेट्स मूव ऑन अ लिटिल मोर। Right. So in present indefinite, you see in present tense, there is present indefinite, present continuous, present perfect continuous. And if I move on a little with you here, right. So present indefinite tense, the simple present tense is used to describe an action, an event or condition that is occurring in the present at the moment of speaking or writing. For example, I play, she plays. I have given these examples to you already. You may pause the presentation here wherever you wish, and you can practice at your own, and I'm not wasting my time on it any further. And the past tenses likewise, I have discussed it in detail with you, but there are a few things which we need to mention. Let's go into that. Now, this is the most important slide, which after that, the previous rule slide, this is important. So here is a list of examples of these tenses and their definitions. So present, they have used a word play here. So I play, I am playing, I have played, I have been playing. I played, I was playing, I had played, I had been playing. I shall play, I shall be playing, I shall have played, I shall have been playing. अच्छा, अभी कॉन्सेप्ट ये है कि जी हमें प्रैक्टिस भी करनी है, तो हमारे पास कौन है जो हमारे साथ प्रैक्टिस करेगा? एक सिंपल सा तरीका करें, किसी भी छोटे बहन भाई को, किसी भी बंदे को सिंपली आप क्या करें कि अपने जो फॉर्म ऑफ वर्ब्स हैं गूगल गूगल कर लें और उसको फॉर्म ऑफ वर्ब्स पकड़ा दें किसी बच्चे को जो कि सिर्फ रीड करना जानता हो, उसे को इसमें से कोई भी रीड कर दो और उसको 12 लिस्ट दे दें इन टेंसेस में से सबकी 3 और 7 एस्पेक्ट्स की, और वो उससे कहें कि मुझे बताओ मैं किस में टेंस बना के दूं। रूल्स को सामने रखे बगैर बनाइए इसको, अगर कहीं फंसते हैं तो दोबारा रूल्स को देख लीजिए, इट विल बी फाइन विद दैट। इसको ट्राई करें अगेन एंड अगेन एंड कीप स्पीकिंग। बहुत सारे लोग ऐसे हैं जो कि ग्रामेटिकल जिनके कॉन्सेप्ट्स बहुत क्लियर हैं बट दे डोंट नो हाउ टू स्पीक, बिकॉज स्पीकिंग when if you want to speak then you have to keep speaking for this, no matter you're speaking correct or incorrect. Try to keep speaking. Okay, there are 3 applications I have told you already in some other maybe what do we call another video. So let me revise it with you. First of all, Johnny Grammar, it's a British Council application that is so important in order to take a quiz of basically your grammar. It is fun learning. Download this application on your cell phone. It's on Android and iOS both. As well as the second one is TED Talks. If you want to speak well, you should listen well as well. So they are best speakers. They talk well, and they give you world knowledge and on-hand knowledge. So take their hands-on knowledge and learn from them. Okay, TED Talks. It's on YouTube as well as it is an application. So it will be helpful too. And download any of the regional newspapers in English. Can be in Pakistan, it can be Dawn, Express, or whatsoever, a Tribune, etc. Or you may go for the international one that can be BBC News or can be New York Times or something. They have their applications as well. Download them and keep practicing them. In the last minute, I would like to recapitulate my lecture with you. 3 tenses, 4 aspects. Present tense, present simple takes nothing. Present simple takes no helping verb. And present continuous basically takes is MR as helping verb. And present perfect takes has, have as helping verb. And present perfect progressive takes has or have been as helping verb. Past simple, no helping verb. Past progressive basically is was, were as a helping verb. And perfect forms in past will be had as a helping verb. And perfect progressive forms in that you will put, what will you put? In past perfect progressive you will put had been. And in future you will put will or shall. try to put will more, and in the progressive form it will be, and it will be, by the way. And future perfect forms you will be taking will have, and in the future progressive you will have will have, you will have been. Right, so this is how it goes. Simple सा rule देख लो. Perfect tenses में third form of verb, continuous tenses में first form plus ing. आपने 9 tenses पहले से ही कर लिए. ठीक हो गया? फॉर्म्स की बात कर रहा हूँ. प्रेजेंट सिंपल फर्स्ट फॉर्म ऑफ वर्ब एस और एस, ही शी इट एंड सिंगुलर नाउन. पास्ट में सेकंड फॉर्म ऑफ वर्ब, अगर डिड पुट होगा तो फर्स्ट फॉर्म ऑफ वर्ब, एंड फ्यूचर में first form of verb and will as a helping verb. So that's all from the tenses. And take 3 verbs now and try to apply those, and please Google irregular form of verbs. Okay, for example, the verb I give you, bind, the way you see the books or the, let's say, this diary, it's bound like this. So bind is the first form. By the way, I have given you the second form as well. So think about the second form: bind, bound, bound. Such kind of irregular verb you should know and apply the rules on them. On that, if you have any problem, I'm available. You can reach me well at my contact directly. That is 0344 555 Otherwise, my email and everywhere I'm available for you, inshallah. And thank you so very much for patient hearing. Inshallah, I'll see you with the next good, informative, and I can't say exciting because language is boring somewhere. I know those of us that the grammar is boring, not the language. So I would like to keep adding to your knowledge. If you have anything to say, reach me. Thank you so very much for your precious time. I'll see you, inshallah. Bye bye.